is my microphoning properly as opposed to that embarrassing? Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. How is the technology treating us right now? And how is your day treating you right now? I don't know who needs to hear this, but I mean, we have a lot of neurodivergent people. I'm finding that when I'm having like a dopamine rut, like Vicks VapoRub, I mean, these things are basically kind of the same thing. This fume, it's like a menthol inhaler to just sort of give like a flavor of something. But like sometimes just like smelling Vicks VapoRub can actually get me like pull my dopamine soldiers together. Who has seen that episode of Big Mouth with ADHD? The ADHD Big Mouth episode. That was so fucking well done. Who all is here? Who do we have? Your audio stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate? Why? Concurrent viewers. Oh my god, this video this week tanked, but that's okay. You have not fallen in a well? Oh no. You know what? That was probably because it wasn't just the microphone pointed the other way. It was also because there's like a gain or a noise filter. So like a gate sort of thing that's applied very subtly, but it's there on OBS. And it was like there when I set it up and there wasn't any reason to change it, but I always forget it's there. So I think that's why that happened the way that it did. Why it sounded so like underwater. Save Stargate. Is there a star? Is it under threat? I haven't followed that franchise in a long time. Though I did enjoy it, the time that I did spend with it. But what did I want to talk to you guys about today? So we are, I shit you not. I shit you not. I was dicking around with lights until, like, I didn't finish my dishes today because I was dicking around with lights. What? Why? Peg has to be in the way. My dog is right there right now. Okay, do you want to be a star? Come here. I don't think we've ever done this, but she brought it on herself. Peggy Pie. I love you so much. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, my baby. This is my baby. Oh no. Oh no. You wanted to get in my way. You want to get in my way. I was trying to be a Fallout star. And no. No, this is what you get. This is what you get for getting in my way. Okay, now will you F off? Okay, now that you realize you want nothing to do with that. No! Oh. This dog. Peg, go away. That was fun, though. I actually have thought about it on many occasions. Like, why have I not brought Peg in front of the camera? Back to the light situation, though. So, this was so... For a while, there was, like, a freaking Rube Goldberg machine set up in front of me. The way I had this thing, like, jerry-rigged. See, that's why I love video game photography so much. Because you can move cameras and lighting, and there's no actual equipment. You just put the light itself. It's fucking amazing. But in real life, there are physical lights, and there's gravity, and there's physical laws, and there's expenses, and losing that fun Lindsay fact. The reason I quit, COVID was the big reason, but the reason I didn't try to get my videography business back together after COVID is because of the stress of gear. Gear is so fucking stressful. Being like a one person videography, like, so the cameras, the tripods, the lights, the whatever other little pieces of gadgetry, your ND filters, your lenses, your fucking... I did a shoot once where I had to rent equipment when I landed because I had to fly somewhere to do this thing. I can't believe I got to do this, actually. And then when I rented the equipment, I realized, oh my god, I'm way too nervous bringing this gear with me that I'm going to lose a part of it. So I ended up just using natural light instead of using this light kit the whole time. Did not bring the light kit. All I did was open it, look at what was in it, and close it. And yet somehow, when the client turned in the gear, they realized that that there was a piece missing, and I ended up having to pay for like this. So even though I specifically didn't use this piece of gear, I specifically didn't use it, because I was afraid of losing a piece of it, I somehow lost a piece of it and ended up like losing $30 out of, you know, whatever I was gonna get paid for that job. But like having to juggle so many pieces of gear. So when I started doing Lindsay's Fallout films, which was like the first major like Fallout thing I thought that I was gonna do, the appeal was I get to do filmmaking, I get to do what I love doing, all my videography stuff, but I don't have to deal with the part that I couldn't do, which is all the gear by myself, tracking all of it. And then like inside the camera having to like double check ISO, having to double check. There's so many things you have to double check. It was so much executive functioning. And I just never really got the hang of hiring help, so here we are. Now I make videos about video games. But you know, I still have that filmmaker, that's still like my art form, you know? And so I want to dick around with lights and figure this stuff out. So what is happening? The light just suddenly changed, didn't it? Or is that's not in my head. It's not. It's not. I saw it do it. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with the electricity or something. Or something's... What? It just did it again. What are you doing? What's happening? See, this is... I'm just trying to put on a better show for all of you. Okay? I swear to God. I love photo video games. Light goes where it needs to be. I also used to do photo video in New York City, and I would haul all of my equipment, lights and stands included. It sucks. It's like Maximus with that bag. It's like Maximus with the bag, and that, you know, that Aaron Moten enjoyed so much. What's happening? I guess like if I maybe flick it, if I Fonzie it for a little bit. Heck, what is your... Heck, I literally do this every week. Why are you acting like this is so weird? Oh my God, why? Okay, it's off, it's on. Okay. Whatever. Focus thing? Yeah! I'm still excited about that. Even though it is a huge fucking problem that I can't have internet on this phone. It's a bigger problem than I thought it would be. This whole Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi thing. Yes, there is an essential oils thing right there. It's a part of my whole dopamine thing, like when I was talking about the Vicks Vapor Rub. This is another thing to, because like, it's actually really hard for me to do this at night. I'm a daytime person. Speaking of which, I can't do this that late because me and my friend are going to the zoo tomorrow morning when the zoo first opens, because it's like a heat wave this weekend here in Portland right now, but that also means like, you know, clear skies and it's kind of nice, and I really wanted to do something. And so I texted my friend and I was like, can we do a thing in the world? Because I don't do things in the world, I do things on the internet. So I have to ask my friend about what's happening in the world. And then he suggested that we go to the zoo. So we're doing that. So I can't do this that late. But I thought it might be kind of fun. I don't know if you guys have any ideas to do, you know, what's my closing ritual for ending the streams? Because as y'all know, I struggle with that. I don't know how many of you like stay till the end, but it's always feels so sudden, and I have a hard time going to sleep afterwards or like transitioning afterwards because I always feel like I'm like mid-sentence. I always feel like lack of... It's funny because I'm editing this trauma healing retreat, and the host, my client, at the end of like every session, she says, "Does everybody feel complete? Does everybody feel complete?" And I don't feel complete at the end of the stream. And And if this makes no sense to you, I mean, if you're autistic, you know what I'm talking about. This is very autistic to like need to transition in and out of things. And I've known this for so long that I need to decide on some sort of um closing ritual. A raid. It's I don't know if you can even do that in YouTube, but that's so funny that you fucking say that because when I used to do Twitch, which is one of the things I was doing like during Lindsay's Fallout 4 films, that was exactly what the ritual was to do a raid. And like without a raid, I don't know how to end the stream. It feel that I think that's a big part of why it feels so incomplete. Autistic was Midwestern here. Goodbyes are hella awkward. They're just eternal. It always feels sudden. I used to have a joke where I would say, like, when people would leave, I'd be like, okay, get the fuck out of my house. Because, like, it was, like, so over the top that, like, how can you take it seriously? Even though sometimes people did kind of take it seriously, or like, it startled them or something, and that always surprised me. I was like, you know, it's that Fallout humor. I'm like, if things are extreme to a certain point, then you gotta know I'm not serious. Sing so long farewell from the sound of music. Oh, no! You don't have to, like, have a... Let me see, like, I think I had some notes as I eat my protein cookie. Okay, I think who was it that pointed out or the thing about me with glasses, or helped me see the thing that where like when I put on glasses that like I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So definitely I think the putting on glasses, like I take a break and I come back with glasses and that's like that means we're at the end. I feel like I've seen other people do stuff like that. Doing an ASMR countdown, but I feel like I would be really embarrassed attempting to do ASMR. But then again, you know what's really, really, really weird for somebody who like does what I do on camera? I am actually very, very, very confused about how I am perceived by other people, which doesn't seem like it would make sense for somebody who's been like a YouTuber and putting themselves on camera. Like I have this weird almost seeing myself as my like canvas creatively, you know? Um so like there's definitely an intention with how I present myself and how I say things and how I pronounce things, like, you know, it's like it's a performance art element. So I am thinking about how I'm coming off in that regard from like a creative expression sort of point of view. But I'm still disoriented when people say things to me like your voice is soothing, or if people find me attractive, or like I'm always surprised by how whenever people, because people don't say, because it's kind of rude kind of sometimes to talk about how somebody is being perceived, but whenever somebody does say, like for example, just I think it was last night I was talking to Kiwi, I don't know if you're here right now. He said that you always seem 100% confident, like completely unabashedly confident. That really like what made me go, I do? Like I come off as, I don't know. I always feel like I'm surprised by how I come off to other people. Hello. And so anyway, so ASMR, I feel like I would look stupid doing that. So like the idea that somebody would suggest me doing that is like, really? You can set this up in YouTube Studio Content Live time. So would you have to like would it like automatically redirect? Doesn't it do that anyway? Like how would do I have a say in like cuz you know when I think of raiding I think of like you know I would type like /raid so and then it would send to like who I so choose. Isn't that how it worked? God, I haven't done that in so long. An unhealthy dose of imposter. Well, I did suffer from identity disturbance for a long time, so. I mean, I always kind of struggle because there's this teeter-totter of like caring what people think, but then there's also like, you know, caring about whether or not you're annoying or like there's a layer of self-consciousness that is empathy, you know, for just not wanting to contribute to somebody else's bad time. And so so I want to be careful because my Lindsay-ness has made people very uncomfortable in the past, and so I'm always like kind of trying to monitor. I guess everybody in the modern world is doing that to a certain extent because everybody's problematic. Here's the thing about ASMR, everyone looks a bit silly, yeah. However, it works at least for me. Not only does it help me sleep, but can take away a headache for me. I'm a big fan of the genre, that's for sure. I saw a reel recently, I think saw the same one before, of a guy saying that a butterfly can't see its own wings, but others are able to witness and appreciate its beauty. That's adorable! That's cute. Live redirect. Instead of letting the stream die, redirect your viewers directly to a premiere or another creator's live stream. I'm like, do I want to make a note of that or do I just want to do it now? This is something I was thinking about before the stream is there's a lot of things that like we talk about during stream that I think, oh, it's stream time, so I can't do that right now because my autistic brain just doesn't want to pivot. But I'm like, I bet there's a lot of like ideas that we have like that on stream that I could just do while we're streaming. I do like the lighting better today. I do. I like this better. It is a little bit dark on this side. But generally speaking, I do believe I like this better. It is a little bit of a problem that the light source is on the opposite side than the microphone. See? See, isn't that weird? So I'm facing the microphone, I'm facing the darkness. Oh! No one cares but me. So I'm like, should I be looking into this rating thing like while we're streaming? What ASMR actually means? Nobody knows what ASMR actually means. Basically, it's like a particular style of sounds and a particular style of visuals that gives some people a warm, fuzzy, tingly feeling. I have always been kind of under the impression that the style of it is like really reflective of the kind of intimacy you would have like with a parent as a baby or a small child. Sort of a feeling of being held and taken care of. And so it's like whispery, you know, really like the sounds of somebody really, really close to you physically. And the videos tend to be direct personal attention. So it just really feels like a mother-child sort of a brain summoning. It means get tingles. Hey, what's happening? I don't know what's wrong. Normally she calms down when we do this. You get chills from music, it's kind of like that. Frisson! I believe is what that's called, when you get chills from music. And yeah, not everybody does. There's a lot of things that not everybody does. Brains, man, neurodiversity, it's a party. Some people have no filter and make no efforts to try to have one. They just do whatever without a care about how others feel about it. It's provocative. It gets the people going. Wait, are we talking about Disco Elysium again? It's hardcore. Put the link in Discord ideas for Lindsay. Yay. Discord. That's another thing that I somehow remembered to do at the very last second, is put the updated link for Discord, new Discord parkour. Yes. I'm so close to finishing Disco Elysium. I can taste it. I'm so close. And the Discord is a lot of fun. Who here is in the Discord? You should, I am really excited about how that's going, and also very nervous about how it's going. I already did like a whole post in the My Dinosaur section talking about that, though. I did want to talk about, so there was a conversation between me and, I don't know what this person's name is in... We were talking about goodness a lot on the Discord today, and I think yesterday. I moved it into the overthinking channel because it was getting, like, intellectual, but, and I really want more conversations like that. I mean, I definitely got, like, self-conscious, because I always get self-conscious in conversations like that, because, you know, people can get kind of emotional, and that word is used with such a negative connotation. It can get, like, we're not sure if we're fighting or not, sort of a vibe. But I think I told you guys before, you know, that this channel, you know, meets a social need for me, and that, you know, intellectual loneliness kind of stuff, and I really want to, like, sharpen my ideas. And sometimes that means I kind of want to argue with people consensually, I guess. That's what I would like that. Will you guys please argue with me peacefully? I think I really, really need that for my mental health. Poke holes in my ideas. I am craving that so much. I just, like, I want to fight. But I don't want to fight. Intellectual sparring, yes. That is what my soul is craving. But it's like kink, you know? We have to be like, we have to make sure we're clearly communicating what we're in this for. Okay? And what we want to get out of it. And that we're still friends, you know? That's actually pretty funny. I just feel like my ideas are not going to improve if they are not challenged. Yeah, it's just my, like, sapio... Yeah, it's a not sex thing. It's not sexual at all, but it is parallel to sexual terms. I want to be your devil's advocate, but I agree with a lot of the things you say. Well, damn it. We can disagree, but we don't need to be disagreeable while doing it. Who am I kidding? Arguing with my wife is one of our forms of... Nice. I need to be challenged, man. It's like, you know, we were talking about using console commands, because I'm, like, planting saves and all of that. I'm playing a different game than you know? This is my game, is thinking about things. I think there's also that, like, a lot of the time when people want to debate, they want to do it live, and I can't do it live because I'm autistic, but Discord, because it's, I can have a stop and think. I can, rephrase shit. Like, oh my god, the responses that I put in the original responses that I put in that goodness conversation that I'm talking about, that's in the overthinking channel, uh, it's a piece of writing. Like, I put, like, focused attention, and it felt incredible. Like, I'm like, I I was doing Substack for a while, writing essays, and I like to write sometimes. I'm not doing a lot of writing right now. So actually this week's video, I didn't like, it was kind of script. It was almost a script. It was an outline that was extremely fleshed out. As far as like the way that I phrased things. Um, and so it was tighter and more concise. Totally bombed with the algorithm though. God, it's like one of the worst performing videos. Maybe it's a thumb and title problem. I hate thumbing and titling things. I hate it. If it were up to me, the titles of my videos would be informative about what the videos are about and have like a series feel to them. Having to like think of, how to manipulate people's dopamine levels every single I just want to make it look nice. I love writing when I love writing. That is a great way to put it. But I never finish like any like a big project because there's always a part of like there's something that the whole piece needs, and there's one part of it that I fucking hate writing, and so the thing never gets done. Like with fiction, I love writing story and I love writing conversations, but I hate like exposition and description. I fucking hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. And so I could, like it was like writing a screenplay was my only hope, really. And I did finish a couple screenplays, and I probably could keep writing screenplays. But because then I'm like, okay, now when I'm writing a description, this is so autistic. Now when I'm writing a description, I'm basically giving directions to the, production of what this area should look like. And then it has like a function, and then my autistic brain can like grapple with what's the best way to describe this to serve this function. But when I'm like, I need to write it and make it sound good when I'm writing like a description of a scene, I have no creative vision for that whatsoever. I just don't care. I just want to take a picture of it. I'm a filmmaker. That's my art form. I have a whole textbook on essay writing that I need to get through. I found a copy in my friend's dorm years ago, fell in love with it, never got around to working through it. 3 unfinished essays in Obsidian currently. Yeah, Obsidian is a great piece of software for ADHDers. I mean, for other people too, but I think that all ADHDers should be made aware of it. Feels like on highest difficulty is the same reason in the game Battletoads. It feels like I'm challenging the creators. My philosophy on playing games on the highest difficulty is the same reason in the game Battletoads. It feels like I'm challenging the creators. That made me laugh. The name of the book is The Norton Sampler. That is cool. What were we talking about before that, though? Think about it while I take another bite of my protein cookie. Not ASMR. Not gonna get... I'm trying to do this quietly. It shouldn't make sounds. Or we're talking about arguing with people for fun and profit. Only not profit. Oh god, should I look at the news again? I was kind of taking a break. I have no clue what's going on. Hmm. I figure if something that important is going on, someone will tell me in real life. Especially my friend that I'm going to the zoo with tomorrow. He's definitely one of those guys that keeps me aware of shit and tells me when protests are and stuff. Okay, let me open my Notion and see what else I'm really happy to see everybody today who came out. Thank you. Just this is just such a nice thing to do. Isn't it nice that we do this every week? Hot in Portland. I think today was like 89, 90-ish. And it's gonna be like that, I think, through Monday. That's pretty hot here. Oh, by the way, is the smoke, the mist from the essential oil thing annoying? I thought it might look kind of cool. I didn't really think about how that might be affecting y'all. The Fable trailers looked fucking cool. Nice. Okay. I wish it like played with light in some way, but it's nowhere near the stuff like the color lights. I usually listen lurk while playing a game. Okay, what else do I have written down? Right. So I guess the overall point of that whole thing about me wanting fights is in the overthinking part of the Discord, if anybody wants to like, you know, poke at one of my ideas, um I want that. And if you guys want, maybe we could have like a code word or something so that you know it's like the intellectual kink thing. Like be like not mad, just I don't know. Is there a cool like little sort of safe word that we could use so you'd feel safe to challenge me without like pissing me off? Or that like like a tone tag kind of thing? This is almost an idea, y'all. Help me. This could be really cool. But like you have to authentically be interested in like what I would say though. Like don't just like make up shit to poke at my ideas because I told you to. There won't be any thrill if you're not into it. About ending your streams, have you considered intro and outro like you were yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of am doing that in the real videos with the community section and then stay cool ferals. I have more of an ending ritual in that than I do in the stream. That's weird. Mentats. Yeah, sure. You put like code word mentats. It started here, folks. That would make me so happy. And maybe, y'all, maybe those conversations, those mentats conversations. Does this need its own channel? Oh my god, guys, should we like full on brand this? Let's we could make this more, okay? Like like a channel for arguing against Lindsay's points, and it should be like a place like Thunderdome, you know? Um and that's like how I would know is if the question was like in that channel. But like the name of the channel could also be like the code word of, how we know we're not fighting. God damn it, what should we call it? Crater comes to mind. The think tank channel. Where are the ideas you want me to challenge? I need to review them to see anything there. I mean, basically any ideas in any of my videos at all. You bring the ideas. There's something about think tank that really puts a smile on my face. I think that's gotta be it, y'all. I think it's gotta be think tank. Just like, I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Doc Widener, I think you've done it, you madman! Oh my god, speaking of madman, finally you've done it! Okay, oh my god, should I actually put this on screen, or should I... How should we do this? Y'all. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't think about this till right now. I'm so bad at this. No, why would I do that? Why would I say that? I'm not bad at this at all. I'm awesome. You're awesome. How PG is this channel Discord? You mean like, does it get rambunctious in there with the pictures and cussing and stuff? I mean, it's... Am I understanding your question? I haven't seen a lot of cussing, but I would expect cussing if that's a problem. Like, I mean, I cuss. Like, there's not a no cussing rule. But it's also like, I feel like it's a cuss within reason sort of vibe. We haven't had to make cussing ordinances yet. Even name calling is sort of contextual. Like, I think there might be a context where I could see somebody calling me a little bitch and it being completely justified. I don't know. Maybe we want to challenge your statement. We can type in the beginning objection in all caps with exclamation points like, oh my god, yeah, yeah. Okay, this might be really cool. This might be an example of what I was saying earlier, where I do it while, like, instead of making a note to do it later, like, I could make this channel. This should be a forum, huh? This should be a forum, I think. Because we're starting from, like, somebody's initial counterpoint to something I said, and then discussing it. What do y'all think? Forum for this? Participate. Wow, Atlas responds to everybody who joins new servers. He just wants your name, his name, to be the first name that everybody sees. Create channel, forum. But we already have overthinking with a brain, but it feels, if it's for think tank, it should really be a brain, shouldn't it? I guess it's gonna be another brain. Maybe overthinking will be a different kind of brain? Its own Discord, are you crazy? Please tell me you were joking. Okay. Everyone can create a post. How do we word this? Exactly what this is. Because I just keep wanting to like make fun of myself and be like, Lindsay wants to fight you. um, civic disobedient. I just love those two words together. Now I'm like, now it is getting kinky. Since it's a forum, maybe have a pillar or something ancient Greek coded. That's not a bad idea. Like a coliseum. Is that? Is there anything like, I don't know how to spell Coliseum. That seems like the kind of goofy shit that they would have a fucking emoji for, even though there's no like trash can or there's something random that like I mean there's trash can obviously. There has to be. Is there not? There is. But there's something like that there's no emoji for that I was like, what? I can get like two men in bunny suits holding hands, but I can't get like this everyday object. Dome. Wait, but I think somebody said pillars in there. What? How is that not there? What about like Rome? What? This is some bullshit. There's no Roman emoji shit. No Caesar anything? What? Two enter, one leave. Thunderdome. I wish there was a dome. Oh my god. What if I just put sports? Like, there's gotta be... What if I write forum? There's no emoji that... I'm gonna figure this out. There's like that town hall looking one. Okay, that's what we'll use. I think this is what my gut was like pointing to. It's like, okay, so description of the think tank forum, um, poke holes in Lindsay's ideas. Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, the gif of the objection. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wait, anybody who wants to see it, you have to go to the Discord and look in the overthinking gif. Okay, so back to think tank. This to challenge Lindsay's ideas. She wants you to. Right here, go nuts. What would the tags be? I don't even know yet. Don't let this channel become whatever it becomes. Oh, is it making me make up tags? Ugh. That's exactly the one! Thank you. As far as the emoji. No, you had it on the first one. Finally able to make it to a stream. Wow, you made it! Welcome aboard! We have just made a new channel in the Discord called Think Tank, and it is for people arguing with me. It's a safe space to argue with me, because I want to be argued with. Tags. Do I have to? Oh, I hate the unchecked boxiness of it all. Set a default reaction for posts. Choose the default emoji people use to react to a post. This is a weird thing to be able to do. Alright, I guess, Nuka Grape. So whoever wants to be the first person to test drive that, whoever is the first person to have an idea of something to argue with me about. And Lovus Buggus, you mentioned the interview with the vampire thing, which reminds me, I need to get the first episode of Lestat. I'm so excited! Oh my god, I'm so excited to watch the vampire Lestat. Could that possibly be? I mean, that was the plan for the member-only stuff, was that would be the place where I'm gonna talk about stuff that's not Fallout. So, oh my god, why is this so hard for my brain? To, like, fully flesh out my sort of content streams and, like, commit. Oh my god, thank you. Surprised you would not thank you! I think I've also, mentioned before that I want to make sure, like, that if I lose my train of thought, to make sure I go back. Okay. How do we want to do this? It's Atlas Omnicorp related. Let me see what I already posted in the thing. Okay, I know how we're gonna do this. I'm going to open, I just saved a bunch of these pictures to a folder. Man, that would be so cool if we ended up actually getting a new, like, getting a bunch of people together to, like, argue with me, to argue with me about stuff. Like, it would be really nice to have, like, a safe space for that. Where the heck did I just save all this stuff? Okay, it was in social. I'm in the middle of. We'll circle back to this in a little bit, but I'm in the middle of, like, rearranging how my hard drives are organized because it just has to happen. Product media. I can't believe how hard it was to decide what folders to put, like, what to put in what folders for Atlas Omnicorp stuff. Because there's, like, event pictures, and then there's social media videos, and then there's branding and like, there's, like, a lot of different kinds of files. Like, with video production, it's, like, pretty easy. There's, like, sources, like footage, and then there's assets, like pictures and stuff, and then there's globals, and then that's pretty much it. But this is like a business that is products and events. It's a weird thing. Okay, here we are. So right now, how are we going to do this? Okay. We're gonna do something crazy. Scenes. Duplicate. Um, okay. We're doing this live. I know I could go into studio mode and it would be more professional or something, but we're doing this instead. Who doesn't love a good behind-the-scenes look? And then we're going to add it. Haha. Alright. Now, how does this look if I do? Okay. Alright. There used to be a Facebook group called, okay, Lucy is a the Wasteland Nepo baby. Trust Vault Kid. Lucy is a reverse Amish girl. Okay, so what I wanted to show y'all is how we have all this cool, like, behind the scenes, of the Robo Scorpion, which I mentioned in one of my videos about how it would be so cool if Atlas made a Robo Scorpion, and then he heard me say that, and then he fucking made one. So the first thing is I helped. I got the mesh from New Vegas to send to him so that he knew what to make the thingy from the thing. Stop it! I think that Peg might actually be barking at the Robo Scorpion. Okay, I'm gonna put Peg in the thing. Even though we did have some fun with her today, that was nice. Oh my god, I almost knocked that over. That would have been terrible. Come on, Peg. Good morning. Okay, it's okay. A little nugget. Oh, princess. Okay. Kind of enjoying having that little stretch. Robo Scorpions. Okay, so continuing this very exciting tale of Robo Scorpionness. So, I pulled the mesh, and this is kind of cool. This is like the sort of the thing that happened with the Toxic Trev's power armor, where I got to help because I could pull the game stuff from the game so that he could see the meshes and turn that into STLs that he could use to do the 3D printing. However, I never did get to the bottom of why there's these white patches, why these textures didn't attach, when I opened the NIF in NIFscape. But I'll never know now. I have to live with that loose end for the rest of my life. Anyway, wait, this should be rotated. So first, he sends me all these little doohickey pieces that he did the thing. Save. Yeah, and then the more pieces of the thing and showing how this is going. Oh, by the way, this is for a game show at Mojave Mayhem this year. So it's not going to be for sale, it's going to be for that. And I think he's planning on, I don't want to like say what he's going to make as a formal announcement, but I think he said that he's going to make a smaller version and make a run, but he hasn't started working on that yet. Anyway, so eventually these are going to be like social media posts but I just haven't conceptualized those posts yet. I should really talk to him about that tomorrow. Or maybe I could just talk to him about it on Monday, since Monday is my Atlas day. Robo Scorpions. But anyway, the reason why this is exciting and relevant to the Lindsay's Fallout YouTube channel is because I said this in a video, like, which one was it? Was it The Service is the Experiment? Or, like, the one right after that? It's just cool. And also because I think I may have said in the video that we should make Robbie's Mind Blowers, too. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't specifically say that, but Robbie's Mind Blowers are a thing as well. Such an interesting process. And there's the inside of the printer. Look at that! Robo Scorpion in progress. And there it is. Look at it. Look at it. Robo Scorpions. Maybe. I'll have to talk to Atlas what he wants to do, any, like, exciting promo thingy dingies. How we want to do this rollout. I'm just so, even though, like, I didn't make it and didn't really have anything to do with, I mean, other than saying that we should make these, and that it would be awesome, I don't know, it just gives me this happy feeling looking at it, like, we talked about one of these things existing and, like, made little jokes about it for so long. I can't wait to see it in person. We could also do, like, a semi-formal debate on topics, maybe something like best ending, yeah. Yes! Can we start arguing and debating, and can we start thinking really hard about Fallout in the Discord? That's all, like, I can't do this anywhere else. This is my only hope. Kudos to Atlas for the hard work of switching out of the filaments. Yeah. It's so cool. Isn't it so cool? Oh, that was a different thing, but I just like looking at it. Okay, back to the other scene. I hope there wasn't anything in there that it's a problem for the internet to see it. Oh wait, we need to go to this one. This is the one. Engage our critical thinking skills. Yes, God. I just want to talk about stuff without fighting. I'm just so... Oh, man. I need a little bit of a fight. But I also just I hate conflict. I'm losing my mind. I heard that Norm was compared to a quiet quitting podcaster. Why is that so funny? Yeah. So, and there is an Atlas Omni channel now in the Discord, by the way. Not all disagreement is conflict. I don't even, like, think about it as what I'm after is refinement. That is the goal. Basically, it's like I'm a knife and I need, like, a stone to sharpen. I need weights. I need resistance training. I need resistance training to get more buff, to get intellectually swole. And yeah, I can keep, like, living life and, you know, reading and looking at things and refining my ideas that way, but I want to know what people are thinking, man. If you really want to fight, you can make a Star Wars. Ah, no! That's the thing. Okay, I don't want, like... I want a certain quality of fight. You know? I don't want to trolls. Like, that's... I think I kind of touched on this in that troll video. I was talking about how they're just, like, flies buzzing around my head. Like, those aren't interesting fights. They're just, like... Oh my god, like having to explain what they don't get about what I'm saying feels beneath me. And that's what I liked about this, you know, conversation that was in the Discord that I was talking about, is it felt like the disagreement was worth my time. It wasn't even like a disagreement, it was like I just felt challenged and, like, trying to figure out what my counterpoint was was interesting and new. It wasn't just like, like I put that whole like the begin again montage in that video about the attached like there's this like scoffing and kind of rolling my eyes energy that can come from me when I just think that some ideas I'm just so beyond them. I'm just like so sick of addressing that I want to have my ideas challenged in a way that isn't. And the people that end up coming into the Discord, the culture that ends up coming to the stream, all of y'all, just have a way of communicating that just doesn't feel like it's wasting my fucking time. I just don't. That's where I'm at. The image you put below the chat on screen told me all I need to know about you. Which one? The Pinko thing? Which is like the greatest, and everybody's used to it. We don't talk about it anymore, but I love it. I always saw Norm as a rudderless wanderer, always just going with the flow while waiting for his thing to show itself to him. I want him to meet Mr. House so bad. You guys are gonna like, if that happens on the show, I can just totally see you guys watching it being like, oh my god, is Lindsay okay? Did she just pass out? Welcome to the meeting of clandestine communists. I'm not a communist, Mr. Howard. I'm not a communist, Mr. Howard. I'm just not insane. Oh my god, this reminds me of, okay, so I've talked about how I want to talk about synths, right? And synths are obviously like a great metaphor for, sort of Red Scare kind of thinking, which is why this reminded me of this, because the whole Pinko Red Scare thing. I'm gonna do the Nick Valentine video next time. That's what we're doing. We're finally fucking doing it. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off. I have plenty of footage. I'm just gonna plow through this synth thing, because I have blown it totally out of proportion in my head. This is what okay. I should take a break. And then when I come back, we're gonna talk about Nick Valentine. Don't let me hop to another subject. Ask me about Nick Valentine. I'm gonna throw up the BRB screen. Oh my god, I'm ridiculous. Nick Valentine thing I did not forget. Let's do it. Well, I'm gonna look at chat. I ate that yogurt so fast. I fixed it, didn't I? That no sound. Should be back. Did I fix it? Yay! Okay. Yes, 3D printed humans. That is perfect. I love that. It's such a succinct way to put it. The only one The only one making new songs in the wasteland is an AI synth. So that, like, made me excited but also sad at the same time, because that is something I was going to address in my fan fiction that y'all will never read because there's no way I'm ever gonna get to it. There's just too much stuff on my plate. So, it's a shame. My fan fiction ideas become like franchises. Like, they just get so like, there's just a if you ever read any of my fan fiction, it will be released all at once. All at once. And it will like, you won't know it's coming, and it'll be like this epic saga. Yeah, prequel sequels. It's in with all the different names. I can't believe it. It's like my brain doesn't have a stopper. Um okay, so the Nick Valentine thing, somebody said earlier, um where was it? Floated upon learning of Norm McLean's becoming the new face of the Lucky 13. Where was it? You know, I always found it weird that he was just thrown out instead of being disassembled, but he wasn't. Okay, so in this week's video, that was Lord Nuke one, by the way. So in the video that I just released, so y'all have heard me talk about this for a while. I love shooting video in the games. Like, that's what I started this channel for, you know, is machinima filmmaking, and I love the TV show, and it is a lot easier, you know, to do videos about the TV show, but that whole, like, filmmaker brain thing, I like, shooting footage in the fucking games. Like, you know, I came here to talk about a video game, not a TV show. Um, and so I think I was looking for an excuse to talk about because I had like my core skeleton of the point that I wanted to make about people not giving a shit about Lucy leaving. And so I was like scanning my brain and, you know, our kind of brainstorming list for, you know, things that happened in the games that felt like they thematically flowed into the points that I was trying to make. And just the idea of the Institute putting Nick in the trash fit perfectly into my narrative. But okay, that idea has been in our heads, you know. I know it was in my head for years, and then we find out in Far Harbor that that's not exactly what happened. That Dima basically smuggled him out. If Dima's telling the truth, which should always be in the back of our heads. But the point is, it actually answers the question of, you know, why he wasn't disassembled, because he was freed, you know, he was smuggled out, and so that's why he was all in one piece, you know, because I mean, I guess it could be like some intern or whatever who would throw him away, but the point is he was saved, we find out. And so it's like, I still say that the original point still stands, because even if Dima smuggled Valentine out, and even if Dima really did smuggle Valentine out and he wasn't just thrown away, it's not like the Institute is like climbing over itself to get him back. Like, he's very conspicuous in Diamond City. The mayor is very aware that he's there. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about Valentine, so he still fits into the point I was trying to make in the video. But it's still, but I still, like, hate that I said that. And so, of course, somebody commented, I pinned it at the top of the video because I'm like, oh man, it just sucks to be like, to make a mistake in public. I mean, it's not, as far as, things that I could be inaccurate about in a YouTube video, it's not that bad, but like, and it'd be one thing if it was a bad example of the point. Like, I care about that so much more. Like, do y'all remember that time that I like freaked out because the thing I said about Maximus like wasn't a good example of the point I was trying to make, and I lost sleep about it. I literally lost sleep about it, and nobody cared or noticed that it was a bad point, but it was like my own autistic intellect. I was like, I can't believe I said that. And this is not that bad, you know? But it's still basically the point is it put a fire under my ass to be like, you need to fucking make a Nick Valentine video. Like, you need to, like, half-assed this point in this video because you just wanted to shoot footage of Nick Valentine so bad. Literally, like, that's like I just want to shoot footage in the games, and so the problem is saying I'm gonna make a game video is it's a bigger commitment. Because if I'm like, I'm gonna make a TV show video, I have all the footage is already there. I've talked about that before, how the TV show makes it so much easier. But like, if it's gonna be a game thing, then like I'm committing to like getting in there and recording that footage. It's not just like Lindsay talks and then Lindsay edits. It's Lindsay talks, Lindsay records, and Lindsay edits. So they'd have to be shorter videos. They'd have to be. But I want to shoot footage in the fucking games. This is a video game YouTube channel, you know? Yeah, especially because the mayor was one of their synth agents. Exactly, right? Omnibus Shadow Drop. When you release it, I'll put it on Salo so I can have my own little animated picture of your story to watch. Oh, you mean like if I ever release like a creative anything? Oh my god, am I really being... I'm sorry about the spoiler shit. I mean, this is why like I put a spoiler thing at the beginning of all my videos, because I just never know what I'm gonna say. You need a community to help you stay accountable. And also that thing about what you learn about Dima and Valentine is like the very beginning of... It feels like the beginning. It's like as soon as you meet Dima, that's what he tells you. Like, I also thought I was going to reveal that the Institute was responsible for a lot of things happening in Boston, but it only turned out to be half of them. Oh, yeah. Totally. I mean, oh my god, if you were gonna, like, do other shady shit, do it in Institute territory. Everybody will blame the Institute. It's actually pretty genius. Like the two things that happened to our companions, finding a drug that can turn them into ghouls and the brain scans. But Fall 76 in the TV show, even though they came afterwards, may change who did what. Yeah, I'm just like, holding my breath and just seeing what they decide to do. I'm still really confused. I thought that by now I would have done more research about what the TV show destroyed canon-wise, because other than the fall of Shady Sands, whenever the fuck that was, 2277, whatever the before and after is about New Vegas and the bombing. Other than that, I haven't seen anything that I felt like couldn't have happened. But I don't know. Other than that stupid thing about I don't think Mr. House would have said I rigged all the machines in Vegas, except for that one thing. And I thought the cons were a little undignified, don't you think? I feel like the cons could have been treated a bit more greatly. I want to see the fat mayor trying to be a courser, to be honest. Oh my god. Nick and the mayor around the water cooler inside the institute talking about assignments and how weird Dima is. Yeah, what I have to talk about in the next video, like the first of a series of synth videos probably, is Nick Valentine and what his relationship with Eddie Winter and Dima say about him. Like how they kind of reflect his character. Because it really kind of boils down to why Nick Valentine is the character. Like, even though, like, I love, you know, Maximus because he's the one I relate to, and how House has this, is like, man, Maximus and House are my favorite characters in how much I relate to them. Those two characters are the ones I'm like, that's me. Like, that's like Lindsay's polarities, I guess. I'm part Maximus and I'm part House. Man, that's why I'm single. Right there. That's just a crazy couple. Like, those are like how different of human beings could those two be? But they're both in me. But Valentine is the character that the aspirational. Valentine is the character that I admire. The character that I want to be more like. Like my Uncle Iroh in my head. Oh man. Well, boys and girls, Lynn's finished her vid on time, and I have 26 hours to do the same, so I get to divide my attention now. Well, have fun. Have fun dividing that attention. Um, but yeah, so I want to talk about, like, why that is. Like, what is it, traits that he has that I admire. It has a lot to do with the identity disturbance stuff that I've talked about. Um, I feel like I had just a very similar psychological experience that to recognizing that my authentic self, and the like role and costume and that I had been handed were not the same thing. That I could choose whether or not I was this assignment or not. Like, for example, you know, my gender presentation has changed a lot, but I kept she, her pronouns. Like, I consciously chose. I talked about this a little bit in terms of Maximus, with his power armor suit being the ego, and how, like, he can choose, like, how, you know, he's often put in situations where he doesn't have access to it. And that's kind of like, who are you without the armor? You know, who are you without this costume idea? Him negotiating with the ego. What parts of his conditioning is he going to keep, and what parts, like I talk about how the goal isn't to get rid of the ego, it's to choose it. It's to build your own avatar, is what I talked about in that video. So similarly, food for Uncle Ira mention. I feel like there was a comparable experience where I, like, you know, decided, you know, I'm identify as a woman. I kept she, her pronouns, but I'm never gonna wear a dress ever again. Um, Makeup sparingly. I actually think it can be done, but, like, you know, I'm never gonna wear high heels ever again. You know, there's a certain new boundaries. New boundaries have been the shape of Lindsay energetically and physically has changed in this has been refined. So it's not that I rejected having a costume, having a character. I just chose it for myself for the first time. And then the craziest shit happened. Like, I've had, like, the same basic haircut-ish situation for the past, like, 5 years. I know what my Lindsay costume looks like. I wear the same kind of shirts all the time. I, um, I figured out what Lindsay looks like. This is what Lindsay looks like. Um, and it's a great feeling. It really, really is to just be like, oh my god, there really was an answer. Oh my god, I wasn't just like freaking out over nothing for a million years. Um, yeah, there was a thing there's a thing that I'm in touch with now that I wasn't in touch with before, and that thing is your truth. That's it's a real thing. It sounds made up. It's like people saying that they're gonna be happy, or oh, I'm pursuing my happiness, and then happiness never shows, and then you go, oh, there is no happiness. You just spend your life chasing it. No, the authentic self thing is real. It's real. And if you have experienced the before and after of it, wisdom comes from contrast. You know, um, my identity was disturbed and now it is not. And I can say that with 100% certainty. And I can't say a lot of things with that much certainty. Um, so I think that Nick Valentine sort of represents somebody really confidently recognizing that who they are and the role they've been given are not the same thing, and that he could choose if he was Nick Valentine or not, and he figured out his own relationship. He chose what relationship he had with those memories of another man. He was like, I'm not crazy and I'm not going to call myself Nick Valentine. I know I am a synth that has memories of this other guy. Like, imagine how long it would take just to accept that, you know? And then, figuring out, well, since I do feel, this connection to these memories and they're informing my experience of being alive, then that then I accept the assignment of these feelings, of these traumas by, pursuing Eddie Winter the way he did. Even though he never actually had, and he grappled with that and it hurt him a lot. Like, he gets really emotional when he talks about it. He's very in touch with his emotions about all of this. But he's just confronted it and made sense of it, and it was like, this is the challenge that my brain and my soul has been given, and I'm just fucking making the most of it and being helpful when and how I can, and forgiving people who are prejudiced against him for unfair reasons, carrying the sins of other people that he didn't shoot fucking motherfuckers at Broken Mask, but he just goes, I understand why people don't trust me because these things happen. And I'm just like, the strength of character of this man is insane. He's a fucking saint. He's like, what a fucking human being. So I just see so many of like just my values and like what I respect in people. Like, wasn't it either last stream or the stream before, we were talking about Macaulay Culkin? And that's somebody else who I kind of look at with that same way, like, oh my god, your character, considering the shit deal that you were handed, is unreal. You know? I want to be more like Nick Valentine. Like, even like when the way he reacts when people give him shit, like on the Pridwin, if the Brotherhood will see a synth and they'll be very Brotherhood about it, and like, he doesn't like turn the other cheek and act like evolved or high and mighty. He makes a fucking little remark back. He's just like, yeah, what the fuck ever. Like, he doesn't take it, but like, he doesn't get swept away and like lose his temper either. I'm like, that's the way I want to carry myself. I don't want to be like the turn the other cheek, pretentious, Zen evolved fucking like, I'll get in the mud with you because I'm not, I'm not a fucking saint, but it's like, it doesn't dig that deep. It's not that deep. So you're saying Nick Valentine is the trans character of Fallout 4? I would not be surprised if the trans community resonated in a special way with that idea. Because like I always end up sort of being in line because it is sort of the like the trans allegory of the Matrix, you know? It's all about what is your relationship with the assignment. Also, the musical A Strange Loop comes to mind, which is like such a fucking good title for that idea of, you know, identifying as queer, but like the word queer sort of by definition is just defining your contrast to the norm. And what a strange loop that is to never quite be able, by embracing yourself, you have to also get sucked into other people's frameworks and labels. It's fucking smart. I am in the trans community, and I never thought about Nick Valentine that way until this moment. Cool! Is that a good thing? It makes sense to me, but I always kind of am tiptoeing around a lot of trans related conversations because like I technically do fall under the trans umbrella. I'm also not a trans man, and this shit is confusing enough for the muggles to understand, and I don't want to make it more confusing. So I'm like, fine, I'm a 90s lesbian. I'm a she her 90s lesbian. Um don't mind me. I'm like, if non-binary were a technical concept, which I don't really think it is, if it was, then I could be called non-binary, but it's okay. It's, Sheer is mine. I'm not butch because I can't fix anything. And I can't, and I don't play any sports. I'm terrified of spiders. I was telling somebody the other day that I am about as butch as a K-pop boy in a moisturizer ad. Most non-hostile synths can fit that role. Oh my god, there's so many things to talk about with synths. There's so many things to talk about with synths. Like, that's why, like, I'm just gonna focus on Nick Valentine for now. But, like, what you're kind of starting, like, now we're, the synth memory wiping issue. Oh my god. I actually, like, in one of my fiction things that you'll know nothing about until it's 100% released, there is a sort of a storyline that is so similar to the memory wiping railroad thing that like I think people are all gonna think, oh yeah, Lindsay just took this from Fallout 4, but I'm gonna be like, I swear to God, you guys, I needed this element for this thing to make sense, and I would have thought of it, I think, anyway. I'll never know for sure. I'd like to think I would have come up with the idea anyway, but it just felt like changing it just because it's similar to fucking Fallout 4. That felt disingenuous, and it's not similar enough that it's like I've seen things that are similar to things in ways that are much more egregious, and I think it's fine. And you may never even read this. What am I even saying? Not much of a cite yourself. Exactly! The Nick Valentine shit is so great. Butch and sporty are not the same thing. I'm a chapstick Liz and a blacksmith, and I spend 95% of my time in a dress. But it's also a lazy top. Everybody's got different definitions of where they draw. Like I probably think all of this. Had to look that up. Wait, the most non-hostiles. Yeah. If you have ideas of synth-related topics that you want me to talk about and you're in the Discord, please respond in the forum section. Lindsay has a question for you. There is a post where I'm kind of panicking. I'm having this, like, synth topic meltdown crisis. But at least we got Nick Valentine thing. That can be the first one. I can focus on that. Because if I don't record footage and edit stuff out of footage that I recorded, I think I might die inside. I want to do that so bad. And I'm putting so much putting so much pressure on myself not to like be wrong about anything about the games. I'm doing what I always do, where I kind of self-sabotage when it comes to content creation, where like, oh, we're having like a vibe and a flow and everything's going well, and now, oh my god, I have to make all these people happy or they're all gonna leave me or something. I don't know if it doesn't consciously feel like an abandonment fear, but it must be on a subconscious level because that's how it's playing out, you know? Yes. Yes. Maybe I should be like, okay, Lindsay, maybe this Nick Valentine thing, challenge yourself to just like 10 minutes, make a 10-minute video that's nice, that has the music how you want it. And I think you have a pretty solid idea of what points you want to make. And it basically, it's not the TV show, but it's like the TV show in, like, we're talking about, like, all this exposition happens in, like, 4 conversations. It's not that challenging as far as video game lore excavation is concerned. I might need to go through the end of Far Harbor. I want to see what Nick and Dima talk about at the very end, because I haven't, like, seen that yet. But, ooh, I have a homework assignment to record playing a fun video game. That sucks. And then there's the Far Harbor thing. I recorded my first 2 Far Harbor playthrough videos during a not great psychological health time. So I took those down, but I still have all the footage. And I want to do something with it, but I don't know what, because I have all that footage and it's beautiful. I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. I should just shut the fuck up. Maybe all of that will just be fodder for videos like this. You know? They don't have to be for playthrough videos. There's a lot of good reasons why it's cool that I have all this Far Harbor footage. You know? Exactly. It's B-roll. I think like I was like resistant to that idea because I don't have like a labeling system for that kind of footage. Like, my brain can just make anything hard. It can just make anything hard. I swear to God. I like the lighting right now, though. I think I do. Even though the problems we already talked about. But I like it better than that other video. I think there was, like, light pollution from the sun that was messing it up. Tagging isn't the issue as much as, like, file, like, where the actual, like, video file organization. Especially because, like, I gotta decide what's going on a solid state drive, what's going on, you know, a normal hard drive, what's going on the servers that are the Wi-Fi connected servers, and my housemate who has been paying for the internet is moving out. So I am inheriting another bill. I knew that was too good to be true. I was like, I'm gonna have to pay for internet eventually. This is ridiculous. Rembrandt lighting? I don't remember exactly what that term refers to, but I can tell you I'm lit separate from the background, which is the main thing that I didn't like about the last video. It like I wasn't bright enough compared to the background. That matters to me. That I'm like lit separately. Especially because like the darker it is back there, the more the rope lights are going to stand out and actually be like worth a damn. And the galaxy light that I try to have on, but that's not very well placed. It really never has been. So lighting me separately is a thing. And so right now I have the contrast that I like, but I don't like that the microphone and the lights are the opposite sides. Because it's like when I'm talking more to the mic, I'm talking less to the light, and I don't like it. Yeah, it is. It will be a business write-off. Yeah. Okay, so what was the other thing that I wanted to talk about? It is now 7:14. Question for anyone here to answer. Has anyone ever responded to the question, are you binary with no I'm hexadecimal? I had stock footage saved to an SSD drive and it corrupted. I uploaded a bunch of raw footage to YouTube and privated it so I could download it later. Yeah. No, but I will now. Haha. Hello, Mad Pac-Man. Okay. Think Tank is gonna be fun. I can't wait for all of you to argue with me. Huh. Concurrent viewers, 17. 17 people, what's up? Where did I put that Notion page? Am I losing it? Did I close the... No, okay. All right, I was just talking about my revelation that I've had. I think I've like been talking about how I felt like I was kind of on the edge of another like sort of expansion and another nesting doll thing like I talked about in The Surface is the Experiment. Um that I was like on the verge of figuring out tapping my heels together was gonna get me where I needed to go. We're talking about synth. Why don't we talk about the only child synth, the one made for the Soul Survivor? Yeah. Ugh. Here's a good argument. Which Robo Scorpion is the best Robo? Obviously, the giant one. The giant one is the best one. It is the most atomic. Um. Right. So I was like, I'm on the edge of this new chapter of something, but I didn't really know like what it was, and I've definitely figured out that the next thing. And I think I've also mentioned before that I knew I had to grieve stuff. Like there's stuff that I wanted to do in the past that I had to let go to make space. Like I talked about that and when I'm talking about Maximus in a video too about they'll be afraid of the void. You know, like you have to make you have to get rid of stuff and then the stuff that you're supposed to be doing will fill that space. And it's just a lot of that purging of things I don't want to give my energy to anymore. Um, is totally coinciding with hard drive organization stuff. Like basically, I need to decide what basically whatever I'm giving my energy to. That's going to be what projects I give a shit about, and those are gonna have like files and folders and and video footage, you know. And basically, I need to organize my files because that will organize my brain. Is this the most autistic shit ever? I feel like you guys will understand this. Um, so, you know, I have to kind of decide what am I putting on, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. I thought it was all going to be stuff that I would have to like grieve, like I'm never finishing this project, I'm giving up on it. And then I realized in the whole sort of boundary setting tradition, not really. I could just be like 5 years. 5 years, I'm allowing myself to not think about this for 5 years and be like, if I get hit by a car, that sucks. But I decided to put it aside for 5 years. Basically realizing that I want to emphasize stuff I should do while I'm younger and healthier. Like things like fiction writing, things like a lot of stuff where I would be like, on my computer or like in bed, not moving around, maybe with just a keyboard in front of me. I could do that when I'm a lot older. But there's stuff that I can't do that I gotta do. If I'm ever gonna do it, I gotta do it now. Things like the singing stuff, things like comedy stuff, things like honestly like just me being on camera, me going to Fallout Celebration events and traveling and being super limber, you know, like I've got to be able to like especially, you know, considering how I already have sort of exhaustion and some health issues when I'm doing that stuff as it is, and that's it's only gonna get worse. So if I want to do that, if I'm ever gonna do that stuff, it's gotta be now. It's gotta be now. Um, and keeping that in mind, basically, you know, a lot of the fiction, thinky, you know, neurodivergent save the world stuff. Um, I can put that aside. If I'm ever gonna have fun, it's gotta be now. Um, and honestly, a lot of the save the world kind of stuff that I wanted to do, things like the personal development stuff, things like the public health stuff, um I should probably get older and live a little bit more life, you know. I was kind of in a rush to do that stuff because I had to figure out how to make a living, and I wanted to make a living doing the thing I wanted to that I cared about spending all my time doing, but I wasn't qualified. I wasn't qualified to do what I was trying to do, and I really wanted to do more research because I knew I didn't have enough research to do what I wanted to do. And I was like, I wish if I could go back, I would have gotten like a public health degree or something, or a psychology degree instead of a video degree, because I didn't need a degree in that shit. That shit I taught myself. I needed to focus on getting a degree in something that um it mattered, where people like wouldn't listen to me about these topics unless I had a degree in that thing. But at the time, I understand why I made the choice I did. I thought that being laser focused on one thing was going to serve me. It was not the best plan, but so much stuff I just couldn't have known. Like, bless my soul, I was trying to be so responsible at the time. Oi! To get money to do things I wanted to do that me young and healthy. Yep. And organizing these files is gonna be such a fucking pain. Like, but it's gotta happen. Like, I'm using so much brain energy just trying to, like, remember what the fuck is even going on, or, like, what I even care about. And I have to, like, I have to externalize it and make it, and make it visual in order to channel my energies to tune. We were talking about Dark City in the Discord today. Who was there for that? Wait, what is the line that Norm says literally in the show? Like, plans are hard, chaos is easy. I think I've had enough chaos. Now it's time for, like, some order. It's kind of like I do this thing. I call it gridding. I don't know if you guys do this, but like when I'm traveling or like I'm going to, you know, Mojave Mayhem, for instance, the first thing I do is I open my suitcase and I lay out everything in like a grid pattern, and that kind of helps my brain like remember what I have. Puberty is for the body more than the mind. Hmm. I want to Norm and I want Norm and Littlefinger to have a debate about the nature of yeah. That's like a rap battles video. Better be sure to check out the Discord. I love Dark City, but felt like a fever dream since I didn't know anyone that really. Oh my god! Yeah, no. That video is or that movie is a favorite around here, especially because they use the word tuning, and that's what we were talking about. Because we were talking about new agey shit. It was pretty cool. These are some fun times. It is luxurious being able to hit this thing on this focus thing. Okay. What time is it? 7:25. Do you know anything about command line related organizing files? Got easier for me once I learned the basic. Oh. I mean, I have done command line stuff for certain things. My brain isn't this is probably going to make me sound stupid. My brain isn't connecting how that method would make media management stuff easier. But I bet I sound dumb, and I bet it really does. And I will probably hopefully learn about that. Tuning crickets, I'm on the wrong frequency. Oh my god. I know how obnoxious this kind of thing can sound. Like, it's kind of a trip because having an interest in that kind of spiritual new agey perspective. But I know how it sounds, man. I really do know how it sounds. I've actually kind of get a kick out of sneaking some of that shit into my videos in a way, not sneaky like in a dishonest way, but like just trying to make these ideas palatable. Because I'm guessing a lot of Fallout fans watching videos like mine, not the target demo for that kind of language. But when I'm like sitting there being like, yeah, but we're talking about concepts related to how I think reality works. Kind of hard for me not to broach how I think reality works in these videos. Honestly, didn't catch on that today. Yeah, I'm probably projecting the responses I'm used to getting, which required the biology to change, but synths don't have it. It's not just about experiences, it's about physical changes. Hormones change the body, would stop after 8 to 10 years, but the brain and mind continue to change throughout your life. Trying to track what exactly the debate was. Because it sounds like it could be interesting. I want in. Can we fight? I want to fight. That is something that is unfortunate about the chat stream thing. About 10-year-old synth Sean. Oh god. Oh, the implications of him kind of being trapped in that. So yeah, he's not gonna grow up, right? That's not a part of what the body does. I'd be interested in your takes on new agey topics. I missed the discussion in the Discord. I feel like not much has happened since. It's pretty much still going on. I can't remember which channel, though. It depends on exactly what you're trying to do. I may be misunderstanding your file management goals. You might not be. Maybe I'll just Google it later. I'm like, is this a thing I want to... I don't know if this is a thing I want to Google now. Because I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for yet. Yeah, like, that's the stuff I can do, like, while we're on stream, is if it's, like, I know exactly, like, the steps of whatever it is that I'm doing. Especially if it's, like, relevant to our future goals. Muhaha. I think I'm gonna call it a night, and the next break's been a long... Oh, well, thanks for coming. I should probably take that break now. Or a break now. No. I keep thinking that, like, I want to switch to the glasses. I feel like I've talked about everything, like, the major stuff that I want to talk about today. stop at 9. It's 7:30. And I'll take another break at 8, and then we'll switch to the glasses. Now I'm wondering, like, no, I don't want to open the game. I don't know if I want to have that big a pivot. How do you demote someone who equally dislikes every job he's ever worked? What is it? That sounds like, I feel like there's so many lines in the show where I could do another one of these episodes where I just, like, dig deeper and deeper into that one line. But I want to do stuff in the game. We gotta do game stuff for a bit. I'm gonna freak out! Game stuff, shorter videos. For a wee bit. And maybe get my ass off camera for a little bit. If it's game stuff, then... Like, if it's like game stuff, like, I never even need to be, like, on camera. Like, I noticed that with the... like, how often did I use Lindsay House in the 76 locations video? Like, barely at all. Hancock! I love him. He's the hottest love interest. Like, Hancock and fucking Beckett from 76. Lindsay's straight crushes. My hetero life mates. Yeah, I haven't been, like, in love with many women in Fallout games. Cyberpunk, I'm in love with everyone. Game stuff while I stream. Maybe, like, once I'm in, like, the vibe of making game videos again, I'll get back into playing the game while we do this. I think I, like, burned myself out on the settlements because it was, like, I was changing all of the paint of all the armor. And I'm glad I did it, and I regret nothing, but I feel like I needed a break after that because that was pretty exhausting. If you want the most epic quote for the Fallout games, I'll go with Joshua Graham. I survived because... Yeah, oh yeah! I'm like, how could I not, like, finish reading that? I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me. God, I really... it's so badass. The line is so badass, and, like, just weird shit that I've experienced. It's, I fucking love that fucking game so much. I want to play New Vegas again. I have to finish Fallout 3. I have to fucking finish Fallout 3. And first I have to finish Disco Elysium because I'm so fucking close. So fucking close. And then I gotta finish Fallout 3. I have control over my life. I'm doing a great job. I'm doing a great job, damn it. Oh yeah, who said the 3D printer thing? Was that... who was it? That was such a good line. Mr. House, in the game, the narrative of history is written by the side that wins. I prefer to write my own. How have I not used that? I always use the Benny line where he says, games have winners and losers. Oh my god, why do I feel so creatively stunted? Like, of course I'm not creatively stunted. I'm making videos all the time and there's always a new idea, but I don't know what's missing. I'm experimenting to try to figure out what's missing, but something is not... Like, this was the first week that I wasn't, like, absolutely fucking thrilled to, like, spend 2 days working on a Lindsay's Fallout video. The most fun thing about it was probably picking out the music. And it's not that I don't like the ideas, but I kind of touched on this last week, that I haven't been liking my writing that much. I don't think I'm like when I'm, coming up with these points and how to phrase stuff, like when I feel like I'm like on it, I'm like there's a feeling, you know? It's like when you're singing and you like hit that note, and you're like nailed it. There's a feeling of like I explained that so well. Yeah, nice. Um I just haven't been getting that feeling. Like probably the best example, because I've brought this up multiple times that this is like my favorite thing I've ever said, is the point about, if you cut off Lucy's finger, she lives, but if you cut off her ear, she dies. That is so fucking smart. I am I love, like, it's weird to say about like your own shit, but like that is like such a cool point, and it's so succinct. It points to exactly what I'm trying to say. It legitimately and creatively uses a reference from the fucking show. Like I want more ideas like that. I don't know where that is. Maybe if you fight with me in the think tank, it will help. Fight with me. Like I need a fight in order to like kick up the brain juices that make me think of smart things, but I don't want to get that thrill from drama and bullshit. And that's probably the neurochemical need that I was trying to meet. Fucking living on the edge in the personal development autistic internet, trying to be a social justice warrior and save the world. Like I had to like go to that level of extreme to get like the dopamine that I need. I don't want to be a dysfunctional drama queen just to be able to think. So please come fight with me in the Discord safely. We can't expect God to do all the work. What have you done lately to allow yourself to feel grounded and not work related? Me? Probably things like Disco Elysium, honestly, and walks. I am very into walks. It's my favorite thing, especially with the weather being nice. That's kind of one of the reasons why we're going to the zoo tomorrow morning. You know, basically keeping one foot in the real world at all times. And oh my god, the sunshine is so nice. It's so nice. I have used that line since seeing that video. Not using Lucy specifically, but you mean like the finger thing? The finger air thing, really? She said that was why they made him and not what he is limited to. Just like tinfoil. My tinfoil Sean hat. Yeah, I almost feel like, if Sean is in the kid synth body and is like learning and having new experiences, isn't that like sort of a Claudia Interview with the Vampire situation? Where like he'd be in this little boy body, but he'd be like have the mind of an adult, but kind of trapped in the neurology. Like that's basically what happened to Claudia. And it's sort of a big part of the story is how that makes people like go insane because their neurology doesn't evolve, but their like experiences and memories do. And I always kind of thought that was sort of a genius sort of allegory for how trauma like stunts a brain, you know? Because in order to grow, in order to mature, you have to overcome fears. You have to walk through fears. Basically, like, even when you're not afraid, even when you're afraid, do it anyway. And if you're constantly coddled or babied, literally, like, and you never have to face your fears or grow up, then you kind of just stay emotionally immature. You just kind of stay a child. And unfortunately, I think that's what happened to many people that I have known in my life. And I think it was me for a long time. But now I'm glad that I appreciate the value of facing fears, leaving your vaults. I can tell some of my issues with creativity or direction is because I no longer have support and snuggles at home. Friends are great, but yeah. There's something. It's something uh, unchallenged is the feeling that comes to mind, but like that almost sounds like too much like boredom. But I mean, that's why we're gonna try this think tank thing. Was it your video that pointed out how Maximus kept relying on armor because he thought that what his vision of a hero is, but then at the end he stood. Yep. Maximus, my man. Yup. Head into the unknown. And that's why I love when Norm walks out and he's like, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna do the break and put my glasses on. I will be back, burb. Peg is being so extra, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. So, as you can see, Lindsay's in glasses now. And you know what that means? That means it's unparty time. What has been discussed in chat while I was away? Could assess the ship of Theseus with different characters, with the ghoul, Mr. House, and Nick Valentine's while they hold it. The core person is the original consciousness with memories of their own past. Anybody notice Mr. New Vegas is an AI? Nobody. Yeah. Yeah. Where is Mr. New Vegas physically? That always bothered me. Same in Cyberpunk 2077, the Mox radio DJ in Phantom Liberty. Where is she? Where is she? I like that we find out where Travis and Three Dog are. I don't think the mind and body can be separated and be considered the same person. This is awesome Discord fodder conversation. Not saying don't talk about it here, but I just will probably have cooler stuff to say if I can, like, stop and think. I don't know. Depends. Maybe I could. Sometimes I feel like I miss, like, chunks of the argument and stuff when I'm reading what you guys are talking about in chat. Oh, Three Dog's outfit is in 76 right now? I probably racked up a bunch of atoms at this point because I got sort of. I don't know, there was so much stuff with, like, Burning Springs and that whole era that, like, I wanted so bad, and I got less. But I guess that, like, other people have complained about Atom Shop too. It's hard to explain why a lot of Atom Shop stuff isn't appealing, and then, like, when there is something that's appealing, it's like I don't quite have enough atoms for it. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Nuka World's gonna be fun. I still haven't played it, embarrassingly, which is so weird because that's where my armor is. I think I started it once. I can't believe, like, how much Fallout there is that I haven't played. It's ridiculous. I've got to play all of it. The reason why is so me, because I play the same stuff over and over and over again. There's more free daily stuff for the next year. Oh, really? Nice. I might poke my head in for more free stuff. But, oh my god, I do not need any more lunch boxes. I don't know why I even click on it anymore. It's like I have to check all the free stuff boxes, but I don't play with other people. I can't believe, I'm kind of disappointed that Kasumi is not a synth. I don't want that to be true, but because then it's unexplained why she really felt like she was. Like, I know you could just sort of write it off as like, oh, she was just another awkward teenager, but I don't know, it's not satisfying. Like, she was really willing, and she doesn't have a history of, like, being histrionic or anything. Like, she wouldn't have gone to Acadia if she didn't really believe she was and have some, like, I just don't think Kasumi would have, like, it doesn't strike me as the kind of person that would be, like, searching for a problem that wasn't there. Membership gets Discord and private 76 access potentially at different tiers. Yes. I have thought about um having like there be a different Discord role for members that would have access to like different channels that would be member only. Even if you crawl through all the Fallout, you still have Wasteland 1, 2. Oh my god! They have Robo Scorpions too? I think I haven't seen Atlas in stream chat lately. Where is he? Okay. So glasses means not necessarily like I'm probably like the last hour of stream is glasses time. And after we're done hanging out, I have to do dishes, and I'm not happy about that. I'm very displeased. But since I'm going to the zoo so early in the morning, I'm not going to do it tomorrow morning. And I'm not going to go to the zoo in the morning and then come back to dirty dishes. That's just no. Uh-uh. You get a dishwasher face. Dude, I live in a basement. I don't have room for these things. I have like a Tokyo apartment lifestyle. Everything folds up. It's like the Fifth Element. Where in the world is Atlas Omnicorp? Yes. Crawl out through the fallout. So I have another excuse to not try to do comedy again, which I'm going to do on a Saturday night eventually because that's the night they do it. But I obviously can't tonight because I'm going to the zoo tomorrow morning. I'm not ready for that anyway. Probably not even gonna worry about trying to do the comedy thing again until until a couple work things are done. Wash dishes immediately after cooking and before eating. Oh, quiet you. Trust me, I have a system. I just failed at it today. It's because of the thing, it's because I got carried away with the whole lighting thing. The dishes would have gotten done if it wasn't for that, you bastards. Bar! Bar. So what else is going to be our ending ritual? Like some sort of like, okay, what did we talk about today? Was anything decided today? Let's see. We invented the think tank today. That was probably the big thing today. Oh yeah, somebody asked, like, oh, I'm new here. What is the think tank? Did somebody explain it? Countertop dishwashers go for 300. Dude, I don't have a counter. I have a washer and dryer. Literally, my washer and dryer are my counter, my kitchen counter. Sup, ladies? Nick Valentine is the most enlightened character. I have a system, I just failed at it. That sounds like something a synth would say. I have a total side question. Your shirts, I love them. Where did you get them? I need more Fallout shirts. I have, like, sort of a collection acquired over time. Like, some of them were gifts. And then some of them were, like the pie shirt I made. And then there's the one that I got at the Atomic Museum. And then there's the ones that I got at Mojave Mayhem or Wasteland Jamboree. This one, I want to say, was a gift, but was on like the official Amazon Fallout TV show store. Is like where it originally came from. Synth Infiltrator. And I also, in case this is not clear, I cut off all the sleeves myself. Like Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I know that doing so is associated with douchebags who want to show off their muscles. I obviously have none of those. It is purely autistic comf reasons. I do like the way it looks, though, in a weird way. And not in a weird way. I like the way it looks, damn it. Stand by yourself. Lindsay, don't be a coward. I have a concealed weapons permit. I find it kind of ironic that you cut off shirt sleeves, but I cut off the collars. Yeah, that is I used to do that, and then I was like, it doesn't make any difference to me the way it feels, and it looks more feminine to cut all the collars off. I cut the collar off my, Yes Man shirt, I think, though. I don't remember why. Probably because the design is so low. Yeah, that's why I did it. Once I had a ghoul synth as a settler, I found out because I accidentally killed. Oh, wow. A ghoul synth. Weird. What? That means that synth bodies can ghoulify? What? That had to have been a glitch. That can't make sense. Somebody investigate that. That can't be. It doesn't make sense in my reality. 3-part. I am so on this. That's right. That's why it's great to be a part of a team. I think it was a game mistake, but synth settlers can't. Well, then I just have fun sort of imagining like what circumstances would make it possible. I'd have to die, and I don't wanna. Yeah, I don't want to die either. So, what else do I want to talk about today? I'm hoping I feel better once doing the next video with a lot more game recording stuff. Oh, and I gotta do this file organization. That's something that really that sucks, is that even though I have like stuff that I'm thinking about that might be not that connected to this, it's still like stuff that my brain has to process before I can give this what it needs from me. I think that I can't wait till the organizing of my hard drive stuff is done. You know what else I think I struggle with leaving the stream? Is like, okay, do you ever, I don't know if you guys are like this, but when I leave a party or a social gathering, like I'll think about like the 3 to 5 people there that I know the most, where it would be weird to leave without saying bye, and then like that's sort of the closing ritual, is as I leave, I say bye and hug, if it's a hug kind of relationship, the people that I'm saying bye to before I leave. And like that's what's missing from stream, is because I don't know. I hate the idea of leaving while somebody who was like hanging out like left or got distracted for a second, and then when they look back at the screen, I'm gone! That seems so sad. Have you finished that other 6-part edit for no? That's another thing. That's another thing. I'm getting back at that I work on that on Sundays and Tuesdays. So that it does not get, and I'm so ready to be done with it. Oh my god. I mean, it's gonna be really cool when it's done. It's a cool thing. Like, it's a thing that I would enjoy watching. I'm trying to, like, always remind myself when I get frustrated how long it's taking for me to finish it, is just be like, you like this project. Like, you like this show. Why a couple of coursers didn't drag Virgil out of the glowing sea. Right! God damn, that's like the Eagles in Lord of the Rings. Why didn't they just take the ring? Has there been anything in the lore discussing how synths respond to... I mean, we know it doesn't bother Nick, but Nick's like a different thing. Too many dangerous creatures, death claws, and the like, but I agree. Synths should be able to take rad damage. That would be so easy to test. God damn it, somebody look that up and cite your source in the Discord. Tism transition between activities issue. Yep. It is that as well. I mean, I've never joined the Institute in any run of the game. Well, why not? I don't have, like, the same feelings of loyalty in Fallout 4 that I do in New Vegas. Like, the idea, like, a friend of mine, Kiwi, I may as well say who it is, he's always like, do a Legion run in New Vegas. And I'm just like, no, it's just not going, it would make me so uncomfortable. I'm having a hard enough time playing Cyberpunk right now and not, and picking, I'm calling this my asshole playthrough, where I'm picking all the asshole answers. Just to see what happens. And, it's hard. It's so against my instincts. It is so against my instincts. I need, like, a break. That's one of the reasons I wanted to go to the zoo too, is like to just sort of separate my brain from all of the responsibilities. Another thing I know for sure is apparently coursers love fancy lad snack cakes. Yep. Like, they would really let a female courier climb ranks in the Legion. Yeah. I don't have much loyalty to any one group, but I hate slavery and racist, so the Brotherhood and Institute just no thanks. I'm gonna side with ghouls and synths every time. That's a funny thing, is like the Institute, like I never, like I don't like them. Like, but I still don't feel weird playing Institute the way I feel weird playing Legion. Hello everyone! Hope all are well. All are well. I hope you are well as well, Marjo. 32. Now I definitely have to play New Vegas. I have Oh, you haven't played New Vegas? Oh, I'm so happy for you. That's how I feel whenever somebody says they haven't played New Vegas. Because they get to play New Vegas for the first time. The rest of us don't ever get to do that. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. Guilt by disassociation. Yeah. Playing New Vegas for the first time. Roll up on Nipton for the first time again. which is one of the greatest video game moments of all time, in my opinion. Man, just like, I do like the Bethesda Fall games. I do, but like, the feeling of New Vegas, the beginning, like the way it rolls out, it's the filmmaker brain in me. Like, there's something about the way that that story is presented that is just really smart and controlled. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would want to have the best of all of those games in one game. That would be the Fallout 5 of my dreams, of course. But we're all gonna be ghoulified by the time we see Fallout 5. And oh my god, I'm so sick of is Fallout 3 the worst kept secret in like a Fallout 3 remake has been imminent for a long fucking time. New Vegas first time players, here's a hint. When you immediately wake up, go north straight to Vegas. No, don't! Don't listen to him! Do not go through Quarry Junction. You will die. You will die. That's a terrible thing to tell a new player. Do not go north. Funky Deathclaw will tell you to like and subscribe, though. I forgot to put that in the latest video. There's no Funky Deathclaw. I think I forgot it. I didn't even think about that till right now. I'm really losing it. There's no Funky Deathclaw in the new video. I can't believe I didn't notice that till right now. Oh my god. You guys, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. You gotta fight with me in the think tank. I'm losing it. I cannot believe it. Maybe that's why the video didn't perform so well. Oh my god, maybe that's why. Because there's no Funky Deathclaw. I'm so embarrassed. Oh no. I'm scared. I'm losing my mind. Well, if you can call algorithm manipulation superstition. I'm losing it. Oh, I gotta do dishes. I'm not sure what time I'm gonna be waking up tomorrow. I should probably call it. I should probably call it. So what's our evening ritual? Today we talked about Think Tank and how Lindsay needs a fight and how Lindsay forgot Funky Deathclaw. I really think it made a huge difference. I feel like we're kind of learning what a huge difference Funky Deathclaw makes. And I want to play some Disco Elysium before I go to sleep because I'm so close! I'm so close! I gotta finish that game and then I'll finish Fallout 3. It'll be great. This has been super fun. I hope that y'all, if you're not in the Discord yet, I hope that you will consider joining it. And, a heartfelt thanks. Because this has been an experiment. I'm just like, don't know what I'm fucking doing. And, I just feel like we're shaping something. And I feel like it's in a weird, like, lull right now. Like, I don't think it's what it's gonna be and what it could be, but I don't know what it's going to become. But we're kind of taking it like one kind of slow, careful step at a time, and the Discord is like the latest like big step to whatever it is this is. And probably the next big step is going to be when there's a membership and there is membership only content that exists. That's like the next milestone thing. Caravan, yeah. Would that be a fun thing to collaborate on? Is like tips for new I mean, there's a lot of like tips for new Vegas players out there, but I think we maybe we'd do it better because I'd have like I'd put a lot of work into like I'd actually really enjoy like tutorial videos, but the thing is I'd put a lot of work into like, you know, punching in on certain parts of the screen and stuff. I can't jump into a new topic. That's me trying to escape ending the stream. I think we all appreciate your honesty and open candor, and thank you for including us on this journey. Oh, you're so cute. Thank you. Thank you for coming along. And so I'm gonna go do these freaking dishes that I don't want to do. And then I am going to be super autistic and plug in what I need to know to get to the zoo by the time it opens and see at what point in the transportation journey I am meeting my friend. I used to have a car, sup ladies. I used to have a car. It got broken into, and now I don't. But I had one, and I have a driver's license, and I use public transport. But I swear I had a car. It was beautiful. It was green. I named her Tinkerbell. I don't anymore. Okay. Good night, everybody. Funky Deathclaw! I can't believe it. I'm over it. Never. Okay. Good night. And, stay cool, ferals.